JH says, why don't you take one sponsor a month so you can take an extra day off a week to spend with your family? Because that's not how it works. All right? It's just not how it works. Sponsorships are sporadic. Sometimes I'll get offers, sometimes I don't. I literally got an offer in my spam. I was checking. There was an offer in my spam from some tech company that wanted me to do plugs in my videos, and they were going to pay me for it. But I never heard of them. And like I've told you guys, I would never take on any kind of a promotion like that if it wasn't something that I kind of stood behind. Like, you're not going to tune in tomorrow, or not tomorrow, I'm not here tomorrow. You're not going to tune in Wednesday, and all of a sudden I got plugs for Dollar Shave Club, and I'm showing off their product in a video when I don't use it. You see? I'm only going to ever promote something that I actually use and I believe in myself. That's the kind of person I am. You know, when I was doing plugs for, not plugs, but I reviewed that Hori gamepad for my Switch, it's because I had been actively using it. And I could actually tell you that I liked it. You see? But that's not how it works. It's not like, oh, so there's a listing of possible sponsorships that you can get, and you pick and choose one a month, and you get paid for it, and it's banked. That's not how it works. They come in, they don't come in. They dictate the terms, not me. So they may come in and say, we require you to do this and this and this in your videos to make the money. Like, I don't want to do that. Well, then you don't get the sponsorship, you see? You know, I get what you're saying. What you're saying is, why don't you just take a sponsorship at all, right? To help out, to pay stuff. I mean, fair enough. You're right. I agree with you there. That would help. If I had a sponsorship too, every once in a while, that maybe it would help. All right. But here's the other factor you guys aren't understanding, that I can't have sponsors anyway, even if it would have to be, the sponsor would have to understand that even though in general, most people on the internet don't hate my guts anymore. They did. Like 2015, oh my God. That was like the worst. Okay. In general, a lot of people, I think, in the last couple of years kind of realized that things aren't like they used to be. And even though they may not necessarily like me or my content, they're not just going to sit here and just dump on me constantly anymore. You know what I'm saying? But sadly, as much as maybe public opinion has shifted on me, and I'm just not the subject of the ire of the entire internet anymore, I have a pretty much ridiculously addicted, insane group of people who follow me around and try to ruin my life at every turn. That's not an exaggeration. Okay, that's literally what they're trying to do. At every possible moment, they're trying to ruin something for me. So the moment that I get a sponsorship, they will attack that sponsor, whether it's on social media or whatever it may be. So that being said, what sponsor, outside of maybe like a sponsor that's so shameless, like Raid Shadow Legends, right? They fucking paid every person on the planet to advertise their crap, right? But outside of someone like that, who on earth would say, I want to advertise my products, you know? And I'm going to pick Phil, but I'm okay with accepting a couple weeks of online harassment, people talking shit about our company constantly, you know, for the next 2 weeks because I paid someone to represent our product. You see what I'm saying? Most companies don't want to deal with that shit. The kind of sponsorships I usually get are either very small indie games where they don't give a shit because no one knows who they are. Any publicity is good publicity for them, or kind of the big picture shit. Like I said, like I got Raid Shadow Legends and a few other ones like that. That you know, those sponsors don't care. But I wouldn't advertise that shit. I'm not gonna advertise Raid Shadow Legends, the biggest fucking, you know, microtransaction bait game on the internet, pretty much. You know, everyone hates it. Everyone laughs at how bad the game is and how fucking bad the microtransactions are, but everyone takes a paycheck for it, you know? So anyway, yeah, that's not the way that you have. A lot of people really have this misconception about how it works. They think, oh, you're an internet content creator who has a following. So that means immediately, you know, you will have a million opportunities to make money left and right. You will have, you know, this giant selection of sponsors to take in to make money. That's not how it works at all. And really, it's the follow-up that matters. So if I get a sponsorship and it ends up being really good publicity for that company, great. But if I do a sponsorship and the company gets harassed online for 2 weeks, you know, that's the end of that, you know? So, Yeah, that's why I shy away from it, you know. Much like how I mentioned in the React event, there's a reason why I shy away from having any kind of real full-time friends outside of my wife, who's my best friend and, you know, my love of my life, right? My soulmate. I've said this a million times. Taking someone into a friendship to know that they will be harassed because they're my friend. You know what I mean? That's why. So I shy away from having sponsors. I shy away from having friends because this cloud of messed up people who won't leave me alone. And I don't think I ever will be able to cut that cord and get them out of here unless I basically pull a John Rambo. And what I mean by that is I think John had the idea. He had just had enough. This is me speculating and projecting. This is not fact. I want to clarify this. I feel that after years of John making online content, he just said, I got to get out of this shit. And he cut the cord. Zoop. All of a sudden overnight, his Twitter's deleted. His YouTube channel will never have new uploads. Gone. No new uploads, right? And he's having a private life out there separate from all the shit on the internet. So who gives a shit, right? Who says what on the internet about John Rambo when he's not making content on the internet anymore, right? He's done with that. You got to give him a credit for that, right? He said, zoop. And that was it. Cut the cord. But me, this is my job. This is my living. I plan on doing this as long as I can, you know? So I don't have that option. I have to make calculated decisions, you know? I have to be careful with what I do. If I take on a sponsor, that sponsor is going to get harassed, and I know that ahead of time. If I take on someone who wants to be a friend with me, they're going to get harassed, and I have to understand that, and they have to kind of understand that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Lil Muffin says, didn't I get a World of Tanks sponsorship offer? Well, the way it worked was that was through Twitch. That was when Twitch was first starting up those gameplay sponsor deals, that if you were in the Twitch partner program, you would have a dashboard built into your Twitch page that says, hey, if you play these games for a certain set amount of time, you qualify for a sponsor program, you'll get paid money. So World of Tanks was one of them, and I accepted the offer, and the day before, or the 2 days before, I said, hey guys, just so you know, for the first time ever, I'm going to be playing World of Tanks. I never played this game. I don't even know anything about it, but this will be an interesting opportunity. I'll explore this game for the first time, and just so you know, I have to disclose this ahead of time. It'll be a paid sponsorship opportunity for me, okay? So I did that, and then my trolls went to the makers of World of Tanks, and they basically trolled them and attacked them and said, you got this guy who's a pedophile, a racist, a scam artist, a thief, a scumbag, and he's going to play your game for money. Don't do that. So after being harassed by the trolls for about a day, World of Tanks contacted Twitch and said, don't let that guy play our game for the sponsorship. So Twitch removed the offer, even though I'd already accepted it. They removed it from my account, and I received an email from Twitch, a very panicked email, stating something to the effect of, just so you know, that was an error on our behalf. That shouldn't have been there. They weren't honest with me. They lied. I knew what happened because it was public. Like, everyone knew my trolls had gone and harassed the World of Tanks makers. So it was out there what happened. But they lied to me in the email and said, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have had that offer available. Everyone had that offer available. That was the funny part about it, that over the years, Twitch kept lying to me about the sponsor program. So later on that year, I played 2 other games. The same exact thing happened with each one. One of them was like an indie game, and the indie game makers were harassed. So they told Twitch, hey, don't let this guy ever do this ever again for our company. And then I played Assassin's Creed. Whatever one was the new one that year, I don't even remember. And I did that sponsorship, and they harassed them. Now, that's Ubisoft, okay? So now Ubisoft, unlike, an indie game dev or whatever, Ubisoft has a lot of clout, all right? So Ubisoft went to Twitch behind the scenes and said, this guy has a toxic following, so he should never receive sponsorships ever again. Turn him off. And Twitch complied and lied to me about it. When I asked my, at that time, partner manager, who I had a partner manager at that time, this is many years ago, I said, hey, what happened? My whole dashboard for sponsor opportunities is empty. And they said, oh, don't worry, that's a bug. A month passes. I asked, hey, it's still empty. I have friends and other people who are partners on Twitch too who are telling me their dashboards are full and they're taking these opportunities and making all this money and I don't have this opportunity. And they lied to me again. Oh, don't worry. You know, you're not the only one. There's other people. This is an issue. They lied to me. And then finally I told my partner manager straight up, I said, I know you're lying to me. So I don't know why you won't be honest with me, but this is incredibly unprofessional that you would act like this. I know you did it because of the Ubisoft thing. So just tell me, so at least everyone can understand why I don't take these opportunities, even though they should be available. I don't get them because of trolling. And he never responded because he's a pussy. And now he doesn't work for them anymore. Twitch I mean, I have to say, that's how Twitch was. They didn't ever want to fess up to anything or be transparent about anything. And they would lie to your face about shit to get out of stuff so they don't look bad. It's pretty fucked up, actually, what they did over those, years I was with them. The way that they handled stuff, you know. It was okay for them, all right, to do stuff, but not me. You know, like, oh, your channel is suspended. Why is my channel suspended? Because you have 3 instances of breaking the rules. What are you talking about? Oh, well, today you said this. That was breaking the rules. And also, 2 months ago, you did this and that. Wait, what? 2 months ago? You didn't even talk to me 2 months ago about anything. What are you talking about? Oh, you didn't get notices about that stuff? No, I didn't. Oh, well, it happened. That's 3 strikes, so you're suspended now. What are you talking about? You can't... How can you punish someone for something when you didn't tell them what was going on or they did anything wrong? You know, kind of like the John and Howard situation, how it comes full circle here, that they did exactly the same shit to me over the years, where all this resentment and things building up against me, and they don't tell me, but then later on it explodes. Same thing with Twitch. Like, oh, you're doing all these things wrong, but we don't actually have the balls to tell you you're doing anything wrong. We'll just punish you for it after. Oh, thanks. Anyway. Don't think we need to rant about Twitch any longer. That's in the past, and that is not happening again.